Hey everyone, this is David here doing a review video of a product I recently picked up, and that is the Mora Eric Frost number 164 spoon knife. I've been a whittler for many years, and just recently I've had a growing interest in spoon and bowl carving just for fun and that sort of thing. And so I didn't have a crook knife or a spoon knife, and so I thought I would pick one of these up. And I picked this up off of Amazon. I think it was around 25 bucks. But just so you know, just some of the basic specifications of the knife, and then I'll talk a little bit about what I like and don't like about it. This knife is a full curve blade. It's a single bevel spoon knife. It does have a very fine tip, as you can see. That comes in really handy for some very detailed spoon type of work. It is an unfinished wood handle, and you can kind of see how the tang meets at the end there. The handle is an unfinished birch wood, according to the description, which is kind of nice. I like that. It feels really good in the hand. When I hold it like this, you know, it fits really good in the palm of my hand. It's a full curve 2-inch blade. It says that it's made out of high carbon steel. This particular knife has a single bevel, and you can see the Eric Frost Mora Sweden stamp there. It has sort of, it looks like a rat tail tang that goes in there at the end. You can kind of see, you can see where the lathe was put on there to turn this thing. It's a birch handle, which fits really nice in the hand. I like the curvature. I like the feel of it in my hand. I want to say a few, and I picked this up off of Amazon for about, I think it was right around $25. I want to say a few things about this knife, and then show you what it can kind of do in action here. First of all, my initial impression was that this knife does not hold up. This knife did not give me the initial blow-away impression that other Mora knives that I've purchased had. You know, Mora knives that I've had in the past in the bushcraft series have come and right out of the box they are able to do some pretty hefty work. Although it says it's made out of a high carbon steel blade, which I don't doubt that, the blade came, looks like it was kind of heat treated, but then there's nothing really protecting the blade itself. So I have to polish it and probably coat it with something in order to keep it from corroding. Now I'm not sure if that's in the process of making the hook or not, but if you can see, and I don't know if you can see that coloration there, it's got sort of a discoloration. I've only had this for about a week, and you can already see the blade has started to corrode a bit. So I need to polish that up and protect that probably with some tallow or some mink oil or something like that. The other thing about it, that when I first got it, I wasn't all too impressed with the fact that I had to sharpen this in order to get it to cut well. Now it did cut right out of the box, I'll give them that, but it did not cut as well as all the other Mora knives that I've ever owned. And it is a single bevel, and as you can imagine with that curve there, that thing is not easy to sharpen. Not easy to sharpen. Now I say those things because I love the knife. I really do love it. It does, you know, it works. Once you get it sharpened, it works really well, but I think they could have done a bit more to protect the blade in shipping and to keep the blade from corroding as fast as it has. Again, I've only had this a week, and I don't know how long it's been sitting on the shelf wherever I got it, but still, it did not come in a package. It was wrapped in tissue paper, and so it didn't come in a blister pack like some of the other Mora knives that I've had have. It's a wood carving knife. It's not a bushcraft knife, but I did want to use it for some bushcraft purposes. Now, if you can see this, I'm not sure if you're more if you are more knowledgeable about knives than I am. Maybe you could tell me a little bit about this, but the top of the blade here it looks like it may be sort of sandwiched over another piece of steel or something, and just to give you a quick impression of what that looks like. So now I say all that because there's not a lot of manufacturers of spoon knives. So to find something like this that I can use to carve a spoon is really good. But just those are some of my first impressions. I want to show you a little bit about how I go about in carving the spoon. As you can see, I've already started working on this. This is more of a decorative spoon I'm making, and just sort of for practice. It's got a knot in there, which isn't really desirable. But after having sharpened this, you can see, you know, it does cut, and it does gouge pretty well. I can already tell I need to sharpen this again after having, you know, cut out this much. My preference is that when I buy a knife, I should be able to use it right out of the box, and it should be, you know, if it's a quality knife, I should be able to use it right away and be able to get the job done. With this, I did have to sharpen that, which I wasn't too impressed with. Again, I don't know how long it was sitting on the shelf. I'll give you a little bit more of an up close look at its cutting abilities. Another thing I look for too in a knife is how is it going to cut cross grain, like in those end pieces. And again, out of the box, it's not going to cut that cross grain section very well. But if I sharpen this, I'm sure it'll do a much better job. I do like coming into the grain like this because it doesn't take the grain or the sidewalls out really good. I hate to say all kinds of negative things about it because I do like the knife. I do plan to keep it and use it for bowl carving and spoon carving, that sort of thing. So don't let my negative comments deter you from purchasing the blade if you're into spoon carving, just because there's not a lot of other options at that price range out there. But I do want you to know that if you do purchase this, you probably want to polish this blade. You're going to need to get a good sharp edge on that. You're going to need to work hard at sharpening it because that's not an easy edge to sharpen, and you may want to condition the handle so that it lasts a bit longer. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this review. I'd appreciate your comments and your subscriptions and all that good stuff. If you know anything more about this knife, or if I just got a dud maybe, and there are other knives in this sort of category are good things, are good knives, please let me know. Again, this is David with David's Passage, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.